Hello YouTubers, DIY Dan here, and in today's video, I rented a Ferrari! I'll be using this Ferrari to do some sightseeing in and around Las Vegas. I even talked my dad into renting a green Gallardo. Believe it or not, the Ferrari I rented has done almost 80,000 miles, and the majority of those miles were rental miles. If you can't tell from the video, the car seems to have held up well, considering its sole purpose is for people like me to thrash the hell out of it. I played with all the buttons and accessories and couldn't find any faults with any of them. When I was talking with the owner of the rental car company, I was curious how many thousands he has spent in order to keep this thing on the road, considering the amount of miles it has. And he responded with, the 458 has been one of the most reliable supercars in his fleet, and the only mechanical fault he has had were a set of fuel pumps. Other than that, the car has needed nothing but basic maintenance. What? How can this be? A reliable Ferrari? Let's find out and head on over to our first stop, the Red Rock Canyon. We arrived at the Red Rock Canyon without incident. If you are in Las Vegas, I definitely recommend stopping here. We decided to do the Scenic Drive, which is a 13-mile loop that offers some really amazing views. There are several spots along the drive where you can stop and enjoy the surroundings. They even offer camping and hiking if you're into that stuff. We even ran into another guy who also rented a Ferrari. Here's a picture of all the cars together. Once we had finished at the Red Rock Canyon, it was time for us to make our way over to the Hoover Dam. The reason why the Ferrari is pulling away so fast is my mom has my dad's balls in a vise. Before we can head on over to the Hoover Dam, we stopped for gas and decided to kick the tires on the 458 a little more. I was really surprised by the trunk space and everyday practicality this car has. Even though this car has the optional race seats, I was really surprised how comfortable they were. So far, nothing is broken and the car has been a real joy to drive. The AC even had no problem keeping the cabin cool despite the 100+ degree heat. This type of reliability and practicality really show how far these supercars have come. Now let's get back on the road and head on over to the Hoover Dam. We arrived at the Hoover Dam and it was an awesome sight to see. I'll be honest, I'm not a heights guy at all, and peeking that camera over the wall made me feel dizzy. It's pretty cool being at the same site where movies like James Bond, GoldenEye, and Transformers were filmed. Well, the day's almost over. After eating dinner, it was now time for us to return the cars. After we gassed up, we headed on over to the rental agency. Overall, I was really happy with the rented 458. We never had any problems with the car despite its high mileage. Since the car had a bunch of miles on it, the rental fee was almost half of what other rental companies were offering. The car seemed to drive pretty good, and the interior showed very little wear, which I think is a testament to how well these newer Ferraris are made. I don't think an older Ferrari like a 348 or 355 could withstand the abuse of being in a rental fleet like this. There's no question, being able to rent one of these high mileage Ferraris has definitely changed my perception of the brand. If a newer Ferrari like this can withstand the abuse of being in a rental car fleet, then buying one of these second hand, as long as it has a good service history, shouldn't be a huge financial mistake. Unfortunately, this beast is still way out of my budget, but maybe someday